Hello, my name is Kayla Mazariego. I am a third-year student at the University of Houston downtown. I am majoring in criminal justice and minoring in political science. I am the Newman Civic Fellow for UHD. This means that I am the official student representative for the University of Houston downtown. This is my presentation. The effects of recidivism on residents in halfway homes. What are halfway houses? Halfway houses are transitional housing opportunities to reintegrate offenders back into society. How many halfway houses are currently in Houston? There are more than 99 halfway houses in Houston. Based on my preliminary research, there is one every 15 miles in North, Central, and South Houston. In this study, I used 18. What is recidivism exactly? Recidivism is when an offender is released back into society and commits a crime and is sent into the revolving door of the justice system once again. This can have many consequences actually, such as depression, financial loss, loss of family. So now let's talk exactly of why recidivism is an issue. When offenders reoffend and are incarcerated, this keeps the population of imprisoned individuals high, leading to many consequences, such as jail and prison overcrowding. Issues that contribute to recidivism are substance abuse, mental health issues, lack of money, housing, and even delinquent peers. In this study, this is the Texas Department of Criminal Justice study, the ultimate goal of this was to find a reentry program that reduced recidivism. So recidivism rates in TDCJ, the offender population continues to be among the lowest in the country. And for current overall recidivism rate of Texas is 20.3. Through Texas, over 1 million offenders are processed in local jails each year, many of whom transition to the TDCJ supervision. This is recent, as of June 30th, 2020, a combined total of approximately 400,011,629 individuals were on probation, parole, or incarcerated. Out of that, 201,120 are on direct misdemeanor or felony probation. Out of that, 126,590 are incarcerated currently in TDCJ facilities. And from those, 83,423 are currently under parole supervision. Now, although the numbers may seem low, it is quite alarming to see such a large amount of individuals still on paper. Here are some statistics. There are 3 out of every 4 released inmates who will be arrested again after release, and over half of all the inmates will return in prison soon after that release. 49.7% of offenders return to prison within 3 years after release, and 55.1% return within 5 years. Nationwide, recidivism rates have remained high for that last decade, finding that roughly 67% of offenders released from state prisons return to society within 3 years. This information was found on the US Bureau of Justice. And according to TCJC, within Texas, 21.4% of individuals released from prison return within 3 years following their release from prison. And Texas actually has the lowest incarceration rate compared to all other states. TDCJ offers three-phase reentry program, which is phase 1, which is identification processing, phase 2, which is assessment and reentry planning, phase 3, which is community and reentry services. Since the start of the pandemic, getting recent data and information has increasingly gotten difficult. Now, what are more causes of recidivism? According to Tagging and Abadi, the best explanation for relatively high recidivism rate among released offenders were centered on offenders' educational illiteracy, lack of vocational job skills, lack of interpersonal skills, or criminal history in general. The literature review There is substantial lack of research or documentation regarding the recidivism of residents in halfway houses. Conversely, there is a considerable amount of information regarding the recidivism rates of correctional facilities in any given locality. According to the National Institute of Justice, approximately 44% of criminals released at least commit an offense within 1 year of release. Delaware currently has the highest recidivism rate in the United States at 64.5%. According to the State Statistical Analysis Center, 65% of people released from Delaware prison in 2016 were convicted again within 3 years of release. The statistics show a disturbing trend. However, the reality is there is little to no data on individuals sent to halfway houses after incarceration and whether they contribute to recidivism rates. Here are where I got all my sources and references from. And thank you so much for watching my audition video.